Hey everyone, it's Rogue Ray from Final Turn. I'm here with our new friend Jeremy. He's from Team Justice League. We've been talking about him a few times in our recap video. Played a really great game, 3 games against Jeremy. Went right down to the wire, and I couldn't have asked for better games. Sorry, played 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, he played a Dragon World deck that I was really impressed with. And I'm usually not a fan of Dragon World, but yeah, we're gonna get a deck profile for him.
Alright. So, for my Dragon World, the buddy is Crimson Bower Maintenance Kid. We will get to him in a little bit. The monster lineup. We run, for the size 3s, Infernal Armor Dragon, 7,000 power, 3 critical, 7,000 defense. When he enters the field, Peer Field top 2. If any Armor Dragons get into a soul, well, monster. If you have 2 in the soul, remove those 2 from the soul, destroy a monster on the field. Heavy header. Heavy header.
I'm so glad I didn't get to see him.
For the size 2 lineup, I run 4 Crimson Bower Drum Bunker Dragon. Pay 1 gauge, put the top card of your deck into his soul. If you have a fist equip, you may penetrate. 5,000 power, 2 defense, but 3 critical. Really big staple. We also do run 3 Drum Bunker Dragons. 1 gauge for cost, Soul Guard off top build. 5,000 power and defense with 3 critical. Drum galore, baby. We also do run 2 Fane Slay Dragons. The drum style, baby. 5,000 power and defense as well, but a critical too. He is allowed to move. Can't say any more. And then for the heavy hitting drums, it is 2 Super Armor Dragon, Drum Breaker Dragons. Pay 1 gauge, put them on top of a drum. He may Soul Guard, penetrate, and move. 7,000 power, 3 critical, 5 defense. And then to round up the size 2 lineup, we have 1 Scorching Crimson Bower Drum. Pay 1 gauge is his call cost. If you enter the field and you have no item equipped, you may equip an item from your drop zone by paying its call cost. 5,000 power, 3 critical with 2 defense. Now for the size 1 lineup, we have the Buddy Monster, Crimson Bower Maintenance Kid Dragon. If you enter the field and another card with Crimson in its card name is on the field, you will regain 1 life. With him being the buddy, if I have another Crimson card on the field, I will regain 2 instead of 1. We also do run 4 Crimson Bower Hammerball Dragon. 5,000 power, 1,000 defense, critical of 2. Basically 1,000 rapier stats.
Did that one come in the trial deck?
Yes, it did. We also do have 2 Crimson Bower Spin Nail Dragons. This card cannot be called to the center. 6,000 power, 2 critical, but 2,000 defense. That also did come in the trial deck. For the grade 1 lineup, we end it with Crimson Bower Ignited Dragon. If you have an item equipped with Fist in its card name, this will get an extra critical. It starts off with 3,000 power, 1,000 defense, and 2 critical, but can go up to 3. That is the end of the monster lineup. Now for the spells, we run 2 Dragonic Paratroopers. If a monster on the field is being attacked, or you are being attacked, you may drop a monster from your hand by paying its call cost. This works well with Infernal Armor Dragon, and it can get really crazy with anything else. And in any Dragon World build, it is essential to have Green Dragon Shields, the original trial deck and the new Crimson trial deck ones, and
The ever expensive Blue Dragon Shield. What's sitting at? Like 10? 10 right now? 10?
10, 15, somewhere around there. Blue Dragon Shields, they're getting up there in price. Only 3. Nullify and gain a gauge.
Do you run 3 by choice, or would you run 4 if you could?
If I could, I would run 4, but right now I run 3.
Gotcha.
Couldn't be any better. Now, for a hidden secret, because I faced a build that actually was doing burn damage today. 2 Gold Dragon Shield. Pay 1 gauge. The next time you would take damage, the damage is reduced to 0. Even stops impacts. Really good card if people don't want to play it. And then, of course, the 3 Drago Energy. One of the main staples Counterattack of 3,000, 3,000 power and defense. You can stack these in Dragon World and only in Dragon World. And for the final spell, we won 1 Dragonic Grimoire. If you're at 5 or less life, you may discard your whole hand. If you have none, that is a really good cost. You may draw 3 cards. I would choose to only run 1 based off of how this deck is so tightly built. For the items, we have 3 Crimson Fist Dragon Blaze. You may pay 1 cost to bring it out. Power 3,000, critical 3. And then, of course, the final item that I run, 3 Sunfist Sunshine Impact. Pay 1 gauge. When you link attack with your buddy, in this case my build, Crimson Valor Maintenance Kid, the power will be infinite. Really, really great card with 6,000 power and 2 critical. For the impacts, in the Crimson Valor build, I run 2 Gigantic Crusher. Pay 3 gauge if your opponent is at 4 or less life. If you have an item with Fist Equip, you may pay the cost and deliver 4 damage. This cannot be nullified. It can be reduced though. And then for the Hidden Tech Impact card, 1/5 Omni Art. The brokenness of them all that people do not understand why. Pay 3 gauge if you are at 6 or less life. You may pay this cost, destroy a card on the field, deal 2 damage. In one of my matchups, in Dungeon World nonetheless, blew up Gory Seeker. It is really, really good.
Now, why don't you run any Tembu?
Tembu is actually in the side.
Ah, okay, you're gonna show us your side deck?
Yes, I will. If you don't know why Tembu is in the main deck, he's in the side deck. Just because Inferno is actually a little bit of a better card. Better stats. Granted, yes, he is 6,000 power and defense, and yes, he can blow up the field, but Inferno, seeing call cause, better stats. We also do run 2 Bucket Arm Dragon. If he enters the field, you may choose 2 cards in your opponent's drop zone and put them at the bottom of the build. In builds like for, say, Ancient World, or in Dungeon World, or in even Danger World, you can send cards back to the bottom and screw up the opponent's. We also do run 2 Super Armor Dragon Gargantuan Blade Dragons. Call cost of 3 gauge. When he enters the field, you may get 2 items back. You may discard an item, blow up any card on the field, even impacts. 8,000 power defense with a critical 3. We also do run 2 Dragobond. Only can be cost when the center is open. If one of your monsters would be destroyed, that destruction will be nullified and you gain 2 life. Against Ancient World one time, it actually saved me. Same thing with Dungeon World. We have 2 Dragonic Shoots. Counter, destroy a power 3,000 or less monster on the field. Against Dungeon World, worst enemy. And then to round out the side, we have 1 Dragonic Thunder. Pay 1 gauge. Counter, you may destroy a size 1 or less monster on the field. And that is my build.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing with us.
No problem.
Once again, check out Team Justice League's channel. That was Jeremy and his deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.